Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I wanted to talk about something very quick, a topic that I got asked in one of my comments, and that is why on both my startups, we spent $0 on marketing. And while I don't believe in really spending a lot of dollars on marketing before you hit that sort of product market fit where you can really scale up, in which case growth shouldn't really be your problem in the first place if you've hit that product market fit, I believe that a lot of the times if you are spending a lot of money on marketing or your product relies on marketing to get out there, you probably just aren't solving a problem well enough, or it probably isn't doing well enough. And this is a controversial take, and one that I know Paul Graham and a lot of the YC guys like to take, but I feel like advertising is sort of reserved for once you've sort of found that product market fit and you are trying to outcompete everyone else, then it makes sense to throw dollars at advertising. Or if you get it to the point where you are selling something, or you're at a point where you can start acquiring customers, and that cost for acquisition in terms of marketing isn't greater than the amount of actual lifetime value you might get from a customer. Of course, there are caveats, and most businesses have their specific little niches, and there are some businesses that are more suited to marketing. But if you're running like a B2B SaaS, it makes a lot more sense to try and find people's emails, just book time natively. Then it might make sense trying to put ads and feelers out there. Bootstrapped way to do this is sort of to go ahead and like message a bunch of people or post your product on like Product Hunt or Hacker News, or just talking to people on LinkedIn by like literally reaching out to as much people as possible, finding people in your network. And yes, if you have the marketing dollars, it might make sense. But if you don't have the money and you're a startup and you just got funding, chances are that money is going to be far better spent in other places, because marketing is one of those things where you can generate your own hype. We have things like Twitter, where you see a lot of stories on the Y Combinator subreddit of people simply getting 400,000 views on their product because it went viral on Twitter. And if you don't know how to make something go viral on Twitter, or how to make something go viral on a social media platform, that's probably a good skill to learn in your startup career in the first place, and something that's valuable to have. And one mistake I made was I used to spend money sponsoring tournaments at the beginning because I thought advertising was good and marketing was good, but we would see almost zero long-term growth from that. And I quickly realized that we should stop it within the first 2 months of working on the business. And I never ended up doing that again. And since then, our policy has been zero advertising. And the majority of people that found us were either through word of mouth or just people seeing us post on Twitter because they follow us because we made engaging posts over the last 4 years. And the scene is a lot smaller in an esports business than it is for something like my new business. But even then, there are more organic ways, and ways that will help you learn how to sell your product and market it better yourself naturally, rather than spending thousands and thousands of dollars on advertisement. And not only that, but you're also spending a ton of time spending that advertising dollar as well. So unless you really have the budget, or your product is really well suited to be advertised for some reason, like maybe it's an e-commerce product or something like that, I would highly recommend steering away from spending money on advertisement until you have a lot of traction, and that advertising money is like 10% of like the revenue you're actually bringing in. And a lot of people that aren't in as much alignment with the YC philosophy sort of disagree with that. They're like, how are people going to ever find me if I don't do marketing? But the sort of idea is the people you should be selling to are the people you've talked to. And if you haven't talked to people, you probably don't have product market fit in the first place. And I personally am a subscriber to that, but I know it's not a one size fits all, and there are definitely exceptions to the rule. I just think in general, if you're a tech founder building a SaaS, you probably want to be selling to people that you have talked to, and you probably just want to be doing massive amounts of outreach that don't include spending marketing dollars. It's expensive. It's sort of like a marketing cop-out. And a lot of the times you probably haven't hit product market fit anyways, which means you're sort of wasting the money in the first place because your product isn't as appealing as it could have been in the first place. And yeah, this was a short one. It's just something I wanted to touch on from a comment that I got in one of my previous videos. So if you have any other comments on that or anything you want me to cover, let me know, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.